So last night, Project More Racing 2.1 came out here, in Project More Racing of course, because why wouldn't, or where else would it be really? But yeah, it's probably one of the, if not the best update that has came to Project More Racing. GT3s and 4s have been completely overhauled. There's a new car, which we're going to look at today. We're going to look at the GT3s, GT4s as well. And yeah, I'm not going to go over the patch notes like I have done before. If you do want to look at them, I will link them down below. In fact, both of them, because there's one going on about the update in general, one going on about GT3s and 4s in detail. So yeah, but I will kind of go over the main things that have happened with the GT3s and 4s when I get to them. But yeah, let's get on it and let's have a look at Project Racing Update 2.1. And here we are with our first thing that we are going to look at today. It is of course the new Holden Commodore V8 Supercar here, basically making this kind of free DLC, the Aussie Rivals DLC with the V8 Supercar. I always feel this is quite a good addition to this game, with another V8 Supercar, so it isn't, just Fords in the field. You do have a bit of variety. It would be good, maybe in later updates as well, to maybe try and get some more V8 Supercars as well. In the field, like I know Nissan had one, Mercedes had one, Volvo had one. It'd be good to get Volvo in this game. I'd love a Volvo, even if they bring Super Tourings in. I've heard a lot of people wanting Super Tourings, so I wonder if they'll eventually add them in the year 2. I would love to see the Volvos in that if they do. I just love Volvo and motorsport really, but yeah. V8 Supercar, new one here to go along with the good old Ford Falcon. The name of that has been changed as well. Yeah, very, very cool addition. Very similar, or in fact the same. The same stats and all that stuff. So expect quite close racing. What we are going to do is, well, first of all, look at the liveries here. I always find these V8 Supercars have probably got the best looking liveries in this game. With all the kind of different liveries and all that. Quite a lot of them pretty much the same sponsor, almost like teams, but the colours are different there. But I do find that these lot have the best looking liveries in this game. I do quite like that one. I like a high vis scheme. Some more. That one looks cool as well. And this is probably one of my favourite ones. The Crovirix. I don't know. I do find the looks particularly cool. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to go on the kind of one that is default livery when you pick the car. We're not going to have a 65-minute practice session. No, we're going to do a race. In fact, let's do 6 laps round. Where should we go round? Not somewhere too long. Maybe not Bathurst. Well, we could. We just need to make it like 4. Yeah, let's do Bathurst. You know what? V8 Supercar, hell. Let's see what these are like here anyway. I've actually driven these a little bit beforehand last night when the update initially came out, just kind of doing a kind of initial look at it. And here we are at Mount Panorama, ready to go. You can't see any Holdens, but I can see some Holdens, I think, a little bit further back. Have we got setups for these yet? No, just default ones. Cool. Oh, another thing I've also noticed is these have got brake duct tuning now. I've seen the GT3s, 4s, and I believe the Porsche Cup car can have that as well. Well, of course, look at the GT3s and 4s. So, if you don't want to watch this bit, then you can obviously skip towards the GT3s and 4s section. I'll have it all time stamped and all that. But yeah. Here we are, first look at the Holden in the flesh at Bathurst. Does look very nice. Lots of Fords in this field, or at the front anyway. You've seen the Holden in the flesh. It does look similar inside compared to the Ford, but let's go see how they drive. That's the important thing. Of course, being a V8 Supercar sounds absolutely insane. It is just an absolutely insane car, really. Well, mental is one word, and car off track already. As he rides up the hill. It's strange that they braked up the top of that crest. That's not really recommended. The brake bias incredibly forward for this car. I have tried moving it back to about 56 or something, but the rears just lock instantly and you just go sliding at the braking zone out of control. And up towards Skyline we will rise now. This thing feels incredibly good to drive so far. Must be back nice and light as well. I'd expect it to be maybe a bit heavier, but maybe not. I mean, I've not driven a V8 supercar, like an actual V8 supercar, so I don't really know what the steering would feel like. It does feel quite light. Come down off the mountain again, down towards Conrod. Yeah, quite a bit of positions, up to 11th from 16th. Okay, feels like I made up more than I have. Down Conrod we go. Full speed ahead. Chase. Do you want to brake a bit for that? I'm not sure. We've got a pack of cars. I thought there was only a couple and then a bit of a gap, but there's not. There's 4. Sweet. In lap number 1. This thing feels good. Just slide it around places. It's just a mental car to drive. All the V8 supercars always make you feel like a god. Obviously, I am not. Here, don't want to take that 3 wide. Take 2 wide there. A bit of contact behind, but we get by. A brake up the hill, the cutting and up the hill. This bit, it's always scary in these things. Not just a leap of faith, really. When you drive these things round here, is up towards Skyline we come. They're a bit slow around there. Ooh. Down Skyline we come. And the one thing I have seen or noticed when racing these things around here is that the Fords and Holdens are very well balanced amongst each other. Some classes discrepancies of everything have been very, very much pronounced. Like in the GT70s, they've actually been changed, by the way. They've redone the AI in the GT70 60s and all that. Not the sports car 67, just the GT 60 and 70. They rebalanced the AI, so I wonder if, because I mean, if you watch the stream we did in the Capri around Road America, there was basically Capri to, or all the Capris up front, then the Chevys and the Porsches. But we'll need to see. In fact, I believe tonight, as of this being uploaded, I mean, it's going to be quite a rush getting this out before a stream tonight, but in fact it might be past by the time you watch this, but on the day of recording, I believe we will be streaming these tonight, because the GT3 has been significantly changed, and I almost need to feel that I need to relearn them again very slowly. Once again, they feel way different than they used to. That's maybe something that they need to maybe work on. The devs round Bathurst is not breaking over the crest. Shouldn't need to do that. Chasing down the Holden still. towards cutting. We cut inside, and that is a good move. Cut forwards the up line as well. I got my recent teammate car ahead. And a bit of a clearer gap. This thing feels incredible to drive around here. Just pretty scary and on edge, but also pretty safe and consistent feeling to drive once you get a kind of flow. Can't really stab at the throttle and it won't dart round. Get all that good X out Forest elbow and down the cutting bits. Okay, in fact we've got Ford right up us. That's going to be not very good if we get, like I say, around the chase. He isn't up to the heavy braking zone. We'll live for now. This thing's good. I like it. Feels very lovely. The supercars have had some changes with AI in them as well. Slightly have a moment out there into L corner. Ford had her inside. I think, given that they break over the crest, we're not going to be fine. In fact, we are fine before even the crest has happened. Up and over hill we come. Now we're in a bit of clear air. We can sort of feel what this thing's like. I've got the brakes nicely up to temp as well. The tyres and brakes really. Didn't feel like it was going round, it was definitely going round. It's one of these things, these cars, quite a few of the cars in the game, once you get it that sideways, usually they just go round without you really saying or having any sort of input, even however much you try to correct the slide, it just goes round. These things, you can properly get them sideways. As we nearly went straight into the wall there. This thing's slightly tapped the wall. I think we might have lost some form of aero. Ford's up her chuff again. Down towards the chase for the final time here in the V8 Supercars for this video. We've got there nice and flat out. It might just be the tyre slightly overheated, that's all. Oh, and we've slightly outdone ourselves around there. But we do survive, and this thing feels brilliant. There's a fair spreading and evening of Fords and Holdens, which is always good to see. But yeah, these things feel good. Need to drive more of the supercars more often because we don't drive them enough, really. But yeah, these things feel brilliant. I would highly recommend getting the Aussie Rivals DLC. It is free after all, so no harm doing it. But yeah, brilliant car that. Lovely car. And we're now here to, well, find out what the new GT4s are like here in Project Motor Racing. As you can see, we are here in the BMW. Quite a lot of things have been done, basic suspension, aero and all that kind of similar things mostly to what the GT3s have had done to them, although slightly less compared to the GT3s. The list of the GT3 things, once again, and GT4s will be down in the description if you want to have a full look at them, see if I've missed anything. But yeah, the GT4s here have also been extensively reworked. We'll cover them first before a kind of grand finale event. Not that the Holden wasn't, it was just the first thing I decided to do. But yeah, here we are, GT4s here, the reworked ones. And the first thing I've noticed is, I believe, well, that looks different to what was before cockpit position wise. Now we are here at Okayama, ready to rumble here. They've also had bulk redone, so one of the Alpines will be as OP as they were beforehand. If you went into any GT4 online lobby, then you would have seen that basically everyone was in an Alpine, and everyone that won was in an Alpine. The only time that, as the Nissan goes wide, the only time that I wasn't in an Alpine for a video in the GT4 Pro Cup, it was in the Chevy. I actually came second there, but that was more, we qualified like 8th. It was more if you stayed on the track, you would have basically guaranteed to get a good result. We did stay on the track and got good results, so yeah. Yeah, we're on the main value here, chasing down this Alpine. Doesn't seem as OP as it was. I expect it kind of to be making light work of conditions. That's a send from the Nissan up to the inside there. Wow, what a move from the Nissan. So here we come. Get the bumper in as well. Either way, I'm really crap on these things, or they have mended it, but the AI do seem okay quick in this opening lap here. Before they were quite slow, so we will see as we progress into this race. And we're in the final corner to come. I don't think we need to brake here, you never really do, you just lift off and coast round it, same with this thing. You need a bit of a brake for that. But we come out the corner and across the line to the end of lap number 1. Braked a bit earlier there, brakes seem still squealing away. There's been also new setups to help with this new suspension and stuff. Suspension geometry, aero geometry and all that, the brake ducts as well. Inside we go. Trying to get a double move in the BMW. Yes, we have got the Aston and the Mustang. Rounded out we come, down towards the hairpin once again. Now I haven't driven GT4s much, I'm not really sure if there was one that was just crap, but I do know the Alpine definitely seemed to be the car for the best car, but it doesn't seem that way anyway. Just now. Come around to the final corners here at Okayama. I will also say some other things that have been done is the track limits at Rocky Knoll, also known as Road America, have been redone, so you can now properly use the big wide curbs instead of getting track limit penalties willy-nilly for using them, which is good to see. And also join in progress has also been introduced for just custom private lobbies just now. I think they will eventually be introduced into ranks. I think. Which means maybe you won't get the same. Oh dear. The same no one in a lobby, and then having to wait for the next one if you miss it. We're actually kind of keeping pace with these lot here. Appears to be an Aston kind of at the forefront of this field as everyone's gone to the inside line. Pretty much, and the Alpine's going for a move. Good move by Alpine there in the Audi. We're going to try also get by the Alpines on the move. He's just going to try and get around the outside of the Mustang, go the long way around the Mustang, has backed out, the Alpine's got through. Wow. So the leader has got an 8-second lead in second. I wonder what that thing is. And I wonder if that's maybe the way to go if you're the amount of these tyres are getting hot. I have also issues with these things with the brake duct tuning is that the brakes will heat up the tyres, and I believe that to maybe be the case. The brakes are very much keeping temperature, and our tyres are also very much getting hotter. Probably going to mean we're going to start losing time. Yeah, the car just doesn't turn. Car also feels force feedback wise much different to before, almost like ACC, and it being very light and nice the way I had the settings. These tyres are getting hot. I think I made a mistake there with the brake ducts, shutting them by a bit, because, well, you can see none of the heat is dissipating from the front or rear tyres. They're in towards final corners here in that 5. Yeah, car just doesn't turn. Come on. The hot tyres just doesn't do anything. And here we're under pressure from the Audi now, which we were right up the back end of that Mustang and actually probably catching him, but try to turn the TC up, not the AC, and try it slightly better. Tire, look at the tyres! That's ridiculous how hot they're getting and how hot they're staying. It just doesn't turn at all. We're doing a defensive job now. There's definitely one thing to keep a lookout now for, is keeping your tyres nice and cool, because when they're hot like this, they just want to kill themselves, really, and they feel like they have anyway. Just no real semblance of any grip or turning this thing has got. Could be drove up the inside by an Audi here. Slow speeds is okay-ish. Obviously just turning on its own makes the tyres hot, and we go there. Balls. The Audi's got through. Yeah, we're done by the Alpine as well. Shows the difference having these oil and hot tyres. I'm not sure if it is the tyres or it's just the driver being incompetent and stupid, but the tyres anyway definitely don't feel as good as they were when they were green. That's for sure. But we come. No, that isn't the last lap. Ah, another lap of this crap. Look at the lack of speed that we have around there. We've just been done by everyone, really. Really need to show that really need to show these hot tyres. We've killed an Aston Martin. No, we haven't killed it because we didn't make contact with it. It's just ran wide. The sheer presence and pressure of us, but yeah, from what you're seeing from here, I can tell you for a fact, do not overheat the tyres. They will kill themselves. That or I'm just overdriving the car, but yeah, they're just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Like there is no tomorrow. And I was busy looking at settings, and we've missed the breaking point by 150 million miles. Trying to nose in the porch anyway. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't the tire mistake, that was just me being stupid. I was trying to see if I could adjust the brake ducts in the pit lane. You cannot, so basically once you start with brake ducts you live with them. Well, that is the GT4 rework. They feel very much different, and the tyres very much want to overheat when you have the brake ducts too thin. I mean, on an ACC anyway, you would want the brake ducts to be, well, I think I had mine in 2 in the front and 1 on the rear, and that was like 5 and 5 or something like that. Tyres did not like that at all. Ooh. But yeah, that is the GT4 rework. And we are here in the GT3s now. Here it's older. Ready to go here in the Chevy just because I drove it. It's my most driven car in Project More Racing, in fact. But yeah, one thing I do want to say here, brake ducts have been done. There is also a low downforce preset default set for Daytona and Monza, and I believe this one is, in fact no, I've just realised what that abbreviation is. It's the Green Hell. That is for the Nürburgring Nordschleife. There's a specialised setup for that now as well, for more stability and all that. Is there anything else to say about this car? On the brake ducts and all that. Suspension geometry has been redone. Aero behaviour has been completely redone. It's all based off of apparently based off of real GT3 telemetry. But yeah, we are here in the Chevy. I do want to say, if you have driven the GT4s, the GT3s will feel even lighter in the force feedback scale. I guess I have heard they do feel pretty light on the steering anyway, with the power steering and that. But we are off here in Zolder. Hopefully our tyres don't overheat this time. It's kind of a lesson, I guess. Not that I'm a very good teacher in them, but don't overheat the tyres, because they have also redone the tyre wear model and stuff as well. And now when we're coming down towards hairpin, not hairpin, first chicane. So I said hairpin there. Quite a good exit there in towards first chicane. Can we make a move on the Porsche? Yes, is the answer. Not the most fair of moves, but it's a move. We have done it. Right, just about get stopped for chicane number 2, right behind the Acura. That's one thing I do want to have a look at, because the bot has been redone for the GT3s and 4s, and I want to see how slow the Acuras are now, or how fast they are now, because they were horrendously slow in previous updates and stuff. See if they once again tail the field by a mile. And when we come to the final corner, old Porsche ahead had a bit of a wobble. We're behind Buzz Lightyear. Lightyear, in fact, not Lightyear. In the Porsche, somehow. Buzz Lightyear has came into the Project Motor Racing world. Lovely. We have forced Buzz Lightyear off the track. Lovely. Oops. We're behind the Mustang here. Down towards the first chicane once again here is older. Hopefully we can have... Ooh. Just ran slightly wide there and caught the gravel. Hopefully we can have a decent run through the chicane. Yep, we do. Lovely. Kind of caught up to the Acura and the Porsche again. Quite a lot of Porsches in this field, and there's a bit of a bottleneck here. We're on the outside of the Acura, lovely stuff. Now this Chevy feels good. I've tried to get good at these a lot here, been grinding away at these things. try to relearn them. Only really driven the Chevy, tried the Acura once and didn't really like it. Tried to stick a nose in there from a mile back in the course, didn't pay off. That Mustang seems worryingly slow, I must say. In a straight line there. And run off the track a bit. The Porsche also got run off the track by the Mustang coming back on the track. Everyone's everywhere. Now we're up the outside of it into turn 1. Swoop around the outside of the Porsche. Round and out the corner we come now here, down towards once again the first hairpin. Hopefully we can have a decent showing now. Try not to clip the gravel on the exit here, we haven't. Porsche though, right up us. Don't want that. It's a bit early there apparently, but we do gain. We're in the hairpin. Extra late for the second chicane. I just couldn't get the speed around there. That's one thing that they seem to have on it. I tried to do a practice session to compare lap times and I was quite a bit off these lot in practice, but seem to be holding some pace here in this race anyway. Once again, very close, the GT3s up the front. Oh, the Porsche has launched that move. We just can't get back at them. Oh, we've got the substream though into turn 1. We're going to use the inside line this time. The Porsche has gone off track, ran wide a bit. We've got Buzz Lightyear on our tail now once again. Can't seem to get away from these lot now. He's now showing tyres still feeling good. Slightly hot around there, but they would naturally do that. Long right hander. Oh, I felt quicker in the chicane, it wasn't. Oh dear. Slide it there, there goes the rear tyres into the point of no return. Yeah, now everything just now feels it's like on ice. Dear me. So definitely need to get better at these GT3s. We are slow. So that's probably what we're going to be doing in stream for the next few days, hopefully. Well, there is a Forza Horizon 6 and the F1 stream coming out with T-Man. Gonna have to move it because of this update. The F1 one. We are struggling for pace in this thing. Just cannot get used to it for now. That's track cut, that'll be a penalty. Yep. Let's see if they've ended the penalties then, have they? No, is the answer to that. That was a stupid move by me because we haven't even gained time on them at all, let alone 2.3 seconds of time. We're not even going to, I'm not going to bother giving that back because it's just going to be a waste of time. And now we need to just try drive the car somewhat quickly, you and your muppet. Come on. not that hard, it's just a GT3. It's not like you've driven them for thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometres. Hardly difficult things. Here comes the Porsche again. Not a single point. That was the best run in the chicane we got by a mile, and we still haven't gained time. Oh, wobble, wobble. Wobble. We really need to try and improve at this thing, because we are shockingly slow. Appalling, some could say. I've been getting into the 131s. Well, they're doing at least 130s at the highest, high 130s at the highest. We are starting to get into the low 132s. Come on! Oh yeah, that is the GT3s. We were shocking in them. I repeat, shocking. Yep, leader did a 130.1. Our best lap was a 132.2. The slowest best lap, by the way. So, yeah. We're crap with the GT3s, but they feel a ton different, and I'm being honest, excited once we get up to pace to try them more. And anyway, that'll be that from me here today. The new update, the 2.1 update, lots of many new things, big new things as well. So very exciting times indeed for us there with the new GT3s, new GT4s and all that. I seem okay in the GT4s. I seem absolutely incompetent and horrendous in the GT3s, so I need to try and get, not incompetent and horrendous in the GT3s, and actually try and get somewhat good at them. Oh dear, that requires hot lapping and actually being good and consistent. Never mind, we can maybe just never drive GT3s again. That's an option, obviously. But yeah, we will see next time here for whatever is to come next. I'm not sure what it is. There was a GT1 road mod that was released a week or so ago that I still need to do a video on. So I think you will probably see that next here anyway. But yeah, that will be that there for the 2.1 update. If you did enjoy this one, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and do all them good things, as that would be greatly appreciated. We're well, big things are coming at 250 subscribers, and we've been growing much faster than I've expected in recent days, months, weeks, whatever you want to say. It's sort of flappy at the back of my seat, I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, we will see you next time. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.